Well, I just finished recording my recent pickups video. I found some of the stuff I was missing, couldn't find all of it, so that sucks. But I'll just include it next month's pickups video. There's just load when you forget what you're gonna say. But anyways, I tried to check and see if this mic would work with my cell phone as I'm recording the video. And it doesn't. It teed me on. But this is what I use to record my videos with my Canon DSLR. Basically, what I do is what I do is I'll clap 3 times so I can sync the video and audio up, and then I basically turn the audio down from the camera and I use the audio from this. What it does is it plugs into my cell phone, and the audio from it is really, really good. There are more expensive mics. This one isn't really expensive. This is just a cheap lapel mic that I probably need to buy a few more of for when this, because these do break eventually, and my nose is itching again. Today I lived in miserable because of my freaking sinuses. Holy cow, the temperature's gonna drop here soon. And it is, how much has it dropped? Almost 10 degrees in the past few hours. And it's gonna drop about 30 more. So tomorrow, well, not 30, probably about 25 more. It's supposed to be around 25 degrees, I think, tomorrow, and snowing. That's not going to be good. But anyways, yeah, that's just going to kill my sinuses even more. But if it'll stay in the 20s for a few days, or 20s to 30s, I can deal with that. 20 to 30s for a few days, my troubles will go away, I'll be fine. But I hate it. But anyways, today, go into the grocery store, and I hate going to the grocery store during the first of the month. Not because I'm like, oh my god, people are getting all you people are just paying food checks. No, not that. It's that it is crowded as crap there, and it's the freaking right after the New Year, so everybody was in there in their gym workout clothes, and then everybody else in there, I was like, oh man, and like there's nothing on the shelves. I couldn't find anything I needed. So I was like, crap, this is what I get for waiting so long to go to the freaking grocery store. I was like, all right, I need to get some chicken so I can make some shake and bake. Go over to where the chicken is, and there's like 2 packages of chicken. I mean, literally none in there. And those 2 packages that were left were like the gigantic, like 8 pounds of chicken. I was like, I don't want that. So didn't get that. Then I walked around. I was like, I'm going to get some yogurt. All the yogurt's gone. And then, what was it? I love these, like, well, that's actually going to the grocery store twice today. Once on lunch, just to pick up something really cheap for lunch. But while I was at that, at the Kroger, I like these really cheap, like dinosaur fruit snacks. I don't know why I like those better than any of that type. I don't really like really gummy ones. And they were all gone because you can buy a big giant box of them. And I was like, no, I love these things. So yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't get my snack, because what I do is at work, I'll buy the box and I'll just eat a pack or 2 a day, or an hour, depends on my mood, because I love those things. God. A close second, or not even a close second, but second, I like the Scooby-Doo ones. Those are good too. Until they set the way, I take it back. They've changed the formula, because I'm not sure why they changed the formula. But even the box, it said they talked about something about less sugar or something like that. And I was like, I bought a box, and I was like, these things taste not that good now. But most of the other ones I've tried are just so, I mean, I don't like really gummy things. I don't know why. Just that's a texture thing. I'm not a big fan of the texture. But yeah, that kind of sucked. But it's kind of funny. Like, me and my wife, we agreed, as like when I got home, I was going to go ahead and cook dinner. So I made this roast and some corn on the cob, stuff like that. And she stopped by. It's kind of funny because she had to stop at the grocery store to get something. and she didn't realize, she forgot that I was going to go to actually do the actually go to get a lot of groceries, and but I was cooking. So she sent a message. She goes, "Wow," I was like, "Do you make a pizza, like a frozen pizza at the grocery store, so we can eat tonight?" And I'm like, I'm already making the roast and corn on the cob, and then I'm going to go grocery store afterwards." She was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." So because she didn't know all we needed because I had the list with me. So she came on home, we ate, and after we ate, I went on out to the grocery store. But something kind of something kind of funny this month about video games. Sorry, I'm jumping back to my original topic about I did my recent pickups video. This is something I actually wanted to include in my video and forgot about talking about. I saw a lot of stuff out this month, but I just didn't get much because like a kind of a rare game on the SNES is Castlevania 4. You don't see it very often, and I saw that, and a Half Price Books had 3 copies of it at one time, and Half Price Books just never gets that many copies of it. And I was like, all right. So like one of them I looked at, like they had them in the case because they're so expensive, and one of them looked way too good to be true, and I was like, no marks on the sticker, nothing wrong with the cartridge. I was like, That's the first one I saw. Well, I came back the next day and they had another one, and this one, the plastic on it just wasn't the right color. It was the gray was a little too dark. And I was like, yeah, that's probably not real. It came back the next day, or after a few days later, and a third copy. And this one was kind of angled to this. I think I actually talked about this before, but it's angled so you can kind of see the back of it. And I looked, and Nintendo was spelled wrong. It was like N-E-N or N-I or something like that. It was like N-E-N that was spelled completely wrong. And I was like, yeah, that's just a fake card. So basically, I'm pretty sure that somebody made a run of fake cartridges here, and they just sold them to Half Price Books. Because they got an influx of not extremely rare, but kind of rare games. And I was like, that's kind of odd. And when that happens, I'm kind of like, I kind of avoid like certain games they put out on this, like that are really bad, that cost like $1 or $2, mainly sports games. Like you can actually just pick one of those up and put it close to the other game and look and go, wow, that's just does not even look the same. I mean, color wise and stuff like that. So if you're in retro video gaming, know your stuff before you go into it. Like do a little bit of research, because if you don't, you can get screwed over. And I've heard some people say, oh, well, it's the same game. Yes and no. What are you, when you're buying a game, do you want an original game or do you want a reproduction? And people like, so I've heard people like, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, okay, when you buy a CD, do you want the real album, or do you want the album that the company put out, or do you want a burned CD? He goes, well, and then he started to kind of see what I meant by some people don't want it's a fake is what it is, because people don't want a burned CD of their favorite album. Well, they used to not. Now everybody buys everything digital, and I'm kind of like, ugh. But yeah, let me show what I'm talking about with that. There's some stuff from my recent pickups video. I'm a board game sitting on top, but this thing right here, this is a giant Foot Locker. It's probably goes 3 foot that way, and it has all of my CDs in it, and it is full. I mean, if all the board games went on top of it, I'd actually open it up, but I'd have to clean all that off, and that'd take a little while. So I have a few hundred, maybe a few thousand CDs. I don't know. I just got way too many. But so yeah, that's the reason why. Watch before you buy it. Kind of look at it. I've gotten bitten before of like buying I bought a DS game not long ago, and I looked at it and it's like, wait a minute, this code looks, and I looked and it said EUR. That's European. It's like, okay, that's not right. It's like, crap, I bought the European version, but I looked, the label just didn't look right. And then I put it into my DS and it played just fine. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't right. Nintendo consoles are region locked. This has a EUR on it. It should not play in a US console or in a US handheld. And I was like, yeah, I got a fake. It's Castlevania Donosaro or something like that. It's a fake. And I was like, great. So I basically just took it back. They took it back. And I just said, hey, it's the European version. And they was like, oh, yep, there it is. But it was just, I was like, man, I can't believe I fell for it. Because it was like $7. And I was like, normally it's like almost 20. And I was like, that's a really good deal. I'm going to pick that up. And, well, I don't know if the person knew it was a fake and just didn't put on it. Or if, I don't know. Because, I mean, it didn't have the case. But it's still, most places, like GameStop, if they have it, they charge like $22 for it. And most other game stores charge about $15 to $20. And I was like, yeah, that's... sometimes if a deal's too good to be true, it is. But anyway, went back to work today. First day back. Sneezed my head off all freaking day. I mean, it was in the 60s today. And I'm just like, oh gosh, why? And everybody's like, yay, it's warm. I'm like, oh God, it was cold yesterday and today it's warm. And tomorrow it's going to get cold again. Sorry about that. And that is temperature swings too much. But anyways, tomorrow isn't going to be good for me and my allergies. But anyways, I'll try to let you guys know tomorrow how it is when I get to work or on lunch or something, because you're probably going to just see me a runny nose, watery eye mess tomorrow. But talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.